He stared death in the face and chose it over silence. In the next few minutes, you'll discover the single obsession that turned an ordinary stonecutter's son into the most dangerous thinker the world has ever known. Not dangerous because he carried weapons, dangerous because he dismantled illusions. And once you hear his story, you won't be able to unsee what he saw. You know the feeling. You scroll endlessly, chase likes, stack money, climb ladders. Yet something feels wrong. Your days are full, but your life feels shallow. You're busy, but not better. You avoid hard questions because the answers might force you to change. So you settle for comfort, for distraction, for good enough. Most people live this way, quietly numb, quietly dissatisfied, quietly regretting. But one man refused to live like that, and it cost him everything. 399 BC, Athens, a stone courtroom packed with 500 jurors. No microphones, no spectacle, just judgment. The air is thick with tension. At the center stands a 70-year-old man, barefoot, unarmed, unafraid. His name is Socrates. He is accused of corrupting the youth and defying the gods. The penalty is clear. Death. He has options. He could beg, bring in his family, appeal to emotion, promise to stay quiet. Most men would. Socrates does the opposite. He speaks calmly. He tells the jury something that enrages them. He says the oracle at Delphi once declared him the wisest man alive, not because he claimed knowledge, but because he questioned it. He didn't believe the oracle, so he tested it. He questioned poets, politicians, craftsmen, men praised as experts, and one by one, they collapsed. They spoke confidently but couldn't explain their own beliefs. They pretended to know what they did not. That's when Socrates understood. His wisdom was simple and unforgivable. He knew that he did not know, and that realization made him dangerous. The courtroom grows restless. Socrates looks at his accusers and delivers words that still echo across centuries. I would rather die than stop examining life, for the unexamined life is not worth living. The room erupts. He refuses exile, refuses silence, refuses compromise. The vote is cast. Guilty, sentence, death, in prison. His friends panic. They bribe guards, range and escape, beg him to flee. Socrates refuses again. He explains that escaping would betray everything he stood for. Living without integrity, he says, would be worse than dying. So he drinks the hemlock. Slowly, calmly. As his legs go numb, he speaks about the soul, about truth, about immortality, until his breath leaves him. No fear, no regret, just clarity. One obsession guided every decision he made. Not fame, not power, not comfort. Relentless pursuit of truth and self-knowledge, no matter the cost. And this obsession offers 3 lessons for anyone who feels there is more within them than the life they are currently living. This is where most people fail. Lesson 1. Greatness begins with admitting ignorance. Most people chase answers. Socrates chased better questions. He understood something most never accept. Pretending to know blocks growth. Certainty is comfortable and deadly. When you stop questioning, you stop evolving. That's why most people repeat the same year over and over and call it a life. Socrates made ignorance a weapon, and it forced constant growth. Here's the part most history books skip. Lesson 2. Daily examination turns habits into excellence. Socrates didn't question life once. He did it every day, every belief, every motive, every assumption. That's why Aristotle later wrote, "We are what we repeatedly do." Excellence isn't an act, it's a pattern of relentless self-scrutiny, small adjustments, daily corrections. That's how mastery compounds, not through motivation, but obsession. And now comes the hardest lesson. Lesson 3. Truth must come before comfort. Always. Socrates chose death over betraying his mission. Most people choose safety over honesty. They stay silent, they comply, they rationalize. But integrity creates a strength that fear cannot touch. This is why Socrates was calm in his final moments. He had nothing to hide from himself. You see this obsession echoed throughout history. Elite performers, leaders, and thinkers share one trait. They confront themselves relentlessly. They review failures, they question assumptions, they refine daily. They don't drift, they direct. Now this turns toward you, because the same discomfort Socrates embraced is calling you, quietly. You feel it when you avoid reflection, when distractions feel necessary, when silence feels uncomfortable. That's not weakness. That's potential asking to be acknowledged. Here is your challenge, not tomorrow, tonight. Ask yourself 3 questions and write the answers. What did I learn today? Where did I lie to myself? What belief will I question tomorrow? No excuses, no shortcuts. Do this for 30 days. You'll feel the shift, from drifting to directed, from distracted to deliberate, from ordinary to obsessed with becoming your best self. Socrates didn't fear death because he lived fully examined. Most people fear truth because they've never faced themselves. You don't need to be Socrates to live examined, but the moment you choose daily truth over daily comfort, you become the kind of person greatness cannot ignore. If this challenged you, watch next. You were not made to remain small, and comment below, what belief are you finally questioning this week? Subscribe to Apex Mindset Daily, where we train the discipline, clarity, and self-mastery the ancient greats lived by. I'll see you in the next one.